Also, did you know now is the perfect time to get your skin ready for the summer? We'll see how the popular broadband light laser is more advanced than ever and changing the lives of many by zapping away sunspots, wrinkles, even acne. Tessa, you and I tried it, and we're getting a live demo in studio.
Yep, the reviews are in. And
hey, can we talk about lasers?
Hey, can we talk about something that's going to improve your life as opposed to make you sad?
Can we talk about something I'm obsessed
Absolutely.
with? So you know we have our friends from the Institute of Anti-Aging here in studio. People are always asking us when we move through the world, right? Oh, wow, wait, how old are you, really? And I always say, because I go see Rich and Dana and the team, they do the Botox, they do the lasers, all the things. So they have these fancy new lasers, Tessa, and they invited us to go try them. This is the laser we're going to be demoing later on in the show. That's the MOXI thing that sort of tickled your face after you all were all numbed up. And essentially, you took photos every day of your progress, right?
I did, because you know what? As an adult, I struggle with adult acne, and texture is a thing because I'm constantly putting on makeup. This was the very next day. So here are my progression pics. You know, when they put that numbing cream on, the pain was so minor. And here we go. From day by day, I really saw the dullness of my skin kind of just go away. And I mean, at some points I was glowing. This was last night.
Looking good.
Loved it. What about you? What about your experience?
Well, I didn't feel a thing. I also had Lucy in my lap, so I was cuddling with her. She made me feel better. Look at that.
So
She's
cute.
taking a little nap. And I thought the MOXI thing was really cool. It felt kind of like I could have fallen asleep. It felt like a facial. So my face was a little bit red when I left. That was me when I got home. They put some oil on my face. But the next day, you can see like the pigmentation actually got a little bit darker day by day.
Right.
Before disappearing.
Wow.
And what's cool about it is these are just the last few days, and so I have a lot of sun damage on my skin, melasma, like brown spots on my forehead, even some red dots. Right. And it's really interesting how it's like the laser brings everything to the surface and then it just kind of fades away. But also they went easy on us. They went kind of mild.
Well, because
I'm like,
they knew
hit me hard. Hit me hard with the whole thing.
We went on a Thursday. They knew we had to be in studio the next day, and so they didn't want to, you know, have our skin freaked out. But if you would go on a Friday, I feel like by Monday your skin would be just ready to go. And I want a more intense treatment, and I want to get that like the light therapy as well.
I want my whole body, because I get these little red cherry angiomas. The laser zaps them and they go away. And you'll meet Neil, who works for the laser company later. He did laser on one side of his arm that was all freckled, and all the freckles are gone. It's so smooth. And then the other side, the freckles are still there. So anyway, if you all have questions, stay tuned, because we will hopefully provide some answers.
Right, and it's laser season because right now our sun isn't so intense, right? And this is the perfect time to kind of let your skin heal and get it ready for that big springtime reveal.
I love it. Well, Dana Laconi's in studio today. I think she has her bikini on. I can see her, and her goggles.
Oh, nice.
You can't see her yet.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
You're gonna love it. It's gonna be great. She's gonna do her arms and her legs and her face.
Welcome back to Houston Life. Derek and I have been chatting about some of the ways we try to look our best every single day. And if you saw the top of the show, you know we recently got some laser touch-ups to help even our skin tone, zap some red and brown spots, and erase some sun damage as well.
Okay, so now it's time to learn more about the technology that makes it all happen. Dr. Richard Laconi from the Institute of Anti-Aging joins us now, along with Dana Laconi, esthetician Carly Childress, and Neil Angel, Regional Director of Sciton. And Neil, Sciton is the maker of this laser. We talk about laser season because back in the day, it used to be when people were pale, that was the perfect time to hit them with a laser. But now the technology has come so far, you can really do it on all skin tones, any time of year. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think, you know, technology gets better with time, and lasers are no different. This isn't the 90s when you look like hamburger meat for 2 weeks.
Oh.
You know, you're able to do these things and go right back to living your life. And I think, Tessa, you were a great example of that. You had this treatment done, and then you went off to the mountains this past weekend.
I did, and I went makeup-free for the weekend, which is great anyway. I try to do that, and just putting on some sunscreen, minimal, and I'm gonna get my glasses on since we are by a laser right now. But yeah, it was, the treatment itself was super painless, and then I was just, able to get up and go. I did the show the next day, and I'm really, truly loving my results so far.
Okay, so we're seeing the laser, this MOXI, go to work on Dana right now. Carly is working on her. Dana, yeah, you can put your glasses on. You have a beautiful face.
But I just want to show that
you're a little bit red.
Yesterday. Well, I did the laser yesterday. I did the tri-laser. They did everything. So I'm just able to show that I could go back to work today without a problem.
Slightly red, slightly pink, but you have no makeup on your face right now. And how does your face feel? Do you feel a little?
I mean, it's a little tight, but I put like a little Anfisa on, a little oil, and it feels great.
It looks beautiful.
So we have Hero and Halo lasers. Which one are you using right now and why?
So this is the MOXI laser. So MOXI is a very light resurfacing laser. It's great, as me and Dr. Lacconi were talking about, for that prejuvenation market, for your younger patients that want to get something done, but they don't want a lot of downtime. It helps with pigment and texture. And it's great. These lasers, they've come a long way, and they can treat all skin types, which obviously is very important. So it's a really great kind of polishing type of laser, I would say.
And Dr. Lacconi, we're seeing some of the benefits of using the laser, really areas all over the body. The downtime is quick, you can apply makeup, but again, Dr. Lacconi, you've been in business for a while. You've had this practice for a while, and getting the latest and best lasers really is kind of critical to your practice, right? Because your customers want the best results. Yeah,
you have to keep reinvesting. The technology that we're using here is just vastly superior to what we started with 20 years ago. Some of that equipment, it was painful. You had to be extremely precise. Now this has a much wider latitude of safety, and the comfort level is, we hardly need the cream, the numbing cream.
And the results really kind of speak for themselves, right? We're seeing before and after photos of folks of all different ages and skin types, and this again happens in what, Rich, a week's time?
Yeah, it's a week. Your recovery is done in a week. You're basically back to normal, and in some cases less than that even, So it's a great technology, refreshes the skin. MOXI is amazing. It fills a beautiful niche, for people who are, a bit younger maybe, or having not as many issues with their skin. This brightens the skin. And then, of course, we have the BBL new, light-based treatment that used to be uncomfortable. This thing is a piece of cake.
And again, these before and after photos, I can't get over how dramatic they are.
Well, we know we need sunblock, but we always hear about, irreversible sun damage. But then you see all the spots, and they really can disappear. Is that what people were noticing when they come in? Is that, Neil, you had showed us your arms. They look like literal day and night, and it's the sunspots.
Just like my hands, I had this done with intense pulse light about 10 years ago, one treatment, believe it or not. And of course, at the office, my wife says that anybody who does my other hand will be summarily fired because she likes to show the difference. Look at all that. Just masses of brown spots.
But this, Rich,
it won't take away my scars. But
this was from years ago.
Years ago, yes, it was.
And Neil, your arms, the before and after, obviously the arm we're seeing on top has been treated.
Correct.
Yep. How many laser treatments did you have on that arm?
Really about 1 or 2 treatments to see this type of result. And typically, like in the past, when you were doing stuff off the face, it was very time consuming, and you'd have to sit on the table for 45 minutes. But one of the advancements now is we could do this treatment in just 2 or 3 minutes, 1 or 2 treatments, and you could get this result.
Yeah, and Dana,
it makes large areas so much easier.
Yeah, and she's just sitting here like it's nothing. You've gotten your whole arm treated.
I'm gonna do my whole body. I'm not gonna have a wrinkle on my body or a brown spot.
What do you feel,
or a red
Dana?
spot. Nothing.
You don't feel a thing.
And I used to have a lot of red, rosacea. It's all gone. Right now I'm red because I did a laser last night, but it takes away the red, it takes away the brown.
What about broken capillaries? Because I had those around my nose a week ago, and after y'all hit me with the laser, totally gone.
Yeah, texture, pores. I even had breast cancer and a bilateral mastectomy. It's cleaning up the scars from that. It's amazing.
Wow. What I find amazing is that, usually with lasers, it would only be able to treat a certain type, maybe a fair skin, and they'd say, oh, it's too dark, your skin's going to get burned by the laser. Now, really, everyone's kind of a candidate for this.
Oh, all skin types.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
It's incredible.
They've tamed the technology, they've completely tamed it.
I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, listen, that went by way too fast. Dr. Richard Lacconi, Dana Lacconi, Neil Angel, Carly Childress, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks.
Can't wait to come do my entire body.